Hello, everyone. Welcome to 8PointMMA.com's podcast number 12, our exclusive interview with Gray Maynard. Gray is a former competitor in the Ultimate Fighter Season 5, losing to Nate Diaz in the competition. Since then, he has rattled off 7 straight wins in the UFC. His most recent win was against Nate Diaz at Ultimate Fight Night 20 in January. Hello, Gray. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for your time today.
Appreciate you calling me.
Anytime. Now, you recently got a win over Nate Diaz. How did getting another quality win like that feel?
It felt really good. I mean, it was a loss, so it kind of adds to it a little bit more. But, it was a tough fight. He's a tough kid, so just glad to get the win.
Absolutely. Now, any word on who your next opponent might be?
No, I haven't heard yet. I couldn't even tell you, but it probably won't be until about June or something.
Okay. Now, you entered the UFC very early in your career. You were only 2-0 when you made your UFC debut, and now you're 9-0 with 1 no contest. Tell us a bit about the experience of jumping right into the big show as a rookie, and now you're the veteran whom is right in line for a title shot.
You got to learn quick. I mean, I jumped in there on the TV show, and I was really green, of course. But I knew that was really where I wanted to be. I was training for about a year before that, and it was just tough, in the smaller shows. It would have helped me out, if I probably had maybe 8 or 9 of them, but I only got 2 of them. I had an amateur one too, so I jumped into it. They built me a little bit, but they're tough. So I spent a lot of time in the gym every day, and I had to learn quick. So, but it's been good. And a vet, I guess I'm a vet. I'm kind of getting there. It's just a great show. You know everyone, and it gets to be easier and easier every time, and I just enjoy it. It's a great show. I love it. Tough guys, and hopefully I stay there.
Absolutely. I know I enjoy watching your fights immensely. Now, Takanori Gomi just signed with the UFC and is slated to face Kenny Florian. What would you think about a matchup with Gomi after he fights Florian?
I don't think he's going to get through Florian. I was a Gomi. I liked him a lot. I thought he was good, but I think he's been in a lot of wars. Been doing it for a long time. Around the time where BJ kind of took a break, Gomi was going hard, in Pride. And, I think the past couple years he hasn't looked as great as he did when he was in Pride. So I think Kenny Florian's a little bit more hungry, more talented, and he'll win.
All right. Now, you have fought on Spike TV a total of 6 times now, but only on pay-per-view twice. Do you think that helps or hurts your career marketability-wise as a fighter?
I'm not really the type of guy that looks too deep into that. I concentrate on who I'm against. UFC is it's big everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's Spike, if it's pay-per-view, whatever it is. It's a great show, and people love it, So I think either or, I'm happy.
Great. Well, there's endless debates about teammates fighting teammates. However, you and Tyson Griffin are nearing a point in your career path where they may cross. Would you ever fight a teammate like Tyson?
Yeah, I mean, we want to try to avoid it as much as possible. But we understand that when it comes to the top, which is for a belt, then, then it gets to that point, where you might have to do it. There's a lot of money at stake. There's a belt at stake. And we both have been doing this for a long time that, we owe it to ourselves to try to, achieve those goals. But other than that, we would want to try to avoid it as long as possible, just because there's a lot of guys to go up against. And, so hopefully we'll be for a belt.
All right. Now, being a Michigan guy myself, this is sort of a personal question. You wrestled for MSU in the past, and the UFC has discussed Michigan as a possible venue in the future. The card containing both you and Rashad Evans could draw a very strong local crowd. Would you like to fight in Michigan for the UFC?
Oh, of course, of course. My brother-in-law lives back there. My sister lives back there. Nephew. So I go back there still. And, it's a great state, great people. I went to high school in Ohio. So, I love that whole area. Good, down to earth. Love it.
Great. Well, hopefully we'll get to see you here. I know I'd love that. Now,
Me too.
what do you think about the upcoming fight between UFC legends Randy Couture and Mark Coleman, being Randy's your training partner?
Randy is just an unbelievable guy, unbelievable coach, unbelievable athlete. He's down to earth. I mean, people know him everywhere he goes. He's on movies, but he still is the same guy. And he gets in and he works his ass off, trains hard, and he's gonna get it. And Coleman, he's a great guy too, but I think Couture has just put in too much time, and really concentrated on growing as a well-rounded. He knows it all now: jiu-jitsu, boxing, and he's unbelievable. Coleman, I don't think he's grown as much as Couture has, but he's still a tough guy to beat.
Absolutely. It should be a great fight. Well, that about wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for your time. Is there any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, Desert Volkswagen in Las Vegas, Nevada. Cage Fighter, Everlast, Cash for Gold, Microtech. You're back in Michigan, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Wellness Water, I think it's called out there. That's where I get my ionized water.
Okay.
It's up in Lansing, so good place. But, yeah, that's pretty much about it. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks again, Gray. I appreciate your time. Best of luck in the future. And thank you, everybody, for listening to 8pointmma.com's podcast number 12. Have a good one.